Hello, everybody. This is the podcast Shit Talk. Everybody get got. So I was listening to a black YouTuber from the Black YouTube sphere, Greg Porter, and talking about police's need to stay away from the black community whenever it's possible because um every time something happened in the black community, every time something happened in the black community, police officers killed people, like the pregnant woman that the police officer wholesale murder a woman for calling the police because of a burglary. I know some of y'all skeptics, y'all anti-SJW skeptics, gonna say, well, being the police is a hard job. They was in fear of their life. They was doing all of this shit. Maybe we should make a requirement for police officers that they need to go through the military, because people in the military have more common sense than an average police officer. Harvey Superboy, Mr. Superboy 223 was talking a little bit about people that's in the military, people that's trained, and so on and so forth, and stuff like that. We have to get it to the point that we had to police our own community. We can't, white people can't police the black community. I'm sorry. And some of y'all motherfuckers are gonna go and say that I'm racist and I'm this. I can be a bigot, but I can't be a racist. I can be a bigot, but I cannot be a racist at no any shout of imagination that I can be a racist. I can be a bigot, but I can't be a racist. Because we don't hold the power to make laws. We're not holding power to influence anybody with rules. We don't control the wealth. We don't control the anything. Black people don't control our own community, so how can we be that? That's another story for another string. Anti-SJWs was in their panties, a particular War Court 666, when he was saying people were celebrating the fact that the guy that went to North Korea and tried to take a propaganda piece has been killed. He said it's wrong. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, because you can't go into nobody else's backyard, nobody else's uh, country, and disrespect their laws and their values of their country, no matter how egregious that it is. You cannot go and disrespect another country. Mexico, if you do something in Mexico, they're gonna punish you. You do something in Japan, they're gonna punish you. They don't care if you're a United States citizen. They'll punish you and then extradite you back over to the States. He was probably beat in there. It got put to a coma. War courts need to understand that the law that it is in North Korea, that is the law. You cannot go and say to a group of people, oh, he was doing that. And they were rightfully so to say that, because if it were black people, you would not show them no mercy, no love, no this or no that. All of y'all on the political right, lean towards the political right. Y'all not gonna go and challenge y'all supremacy views of being condescending and stuff like that. The guy made his choice. He lay his bed. He had to reap what he saw in the consequence. And the consequence was 15 years of hard labor. You can't sit here and say, well, the anti-SJW, no, not the SJWs and feminists was celebrating. How? What videos people are jumping up in arms and celebrating somebody's demise? What articles that would condescend in saying that they are celebrating because of this man passed away? You got a couple of people that said it's because it's the truth. Y'all for years been going in other people's country, meddling in other people's business, and you don't think they were going to do something about it? It was bad what happened to the guy. Yes, what happened to him was bad. It was bad that it happened to him. But do I feel sorry for what he did? And I'm going to stick to my convictions. No, I'm not sorry for what he did that will give him that consequence. You can't go into you can't go into another person's country and disrespect their customs and disrespect their way of living. Like people that comes to America is not going to disrespect our culture and our stuff like that, etc., etc. Be out of your feelings for a minute. It's not about the social justice advocates and stuff like that. He did a crime. When black people get fucking killed, they have 150,000 accusers while we do not have justice. When a white person get killed overseas or when he come back home, the world has to stop because he was a person that would have did it. Do you think 45 would have had a black person for North Korea that got 15 years of hard labor? Do you think 45 would make an agreement to release him back to the States? North Korea was send that person back home in a body bag. Then you calling North Korea horrible, but what you doing to people of color and minorities back in the States? Y'all don't want police reform. Y'all afraid of Black Lives Matter. You want to call them a terrorist group when I don't want to say it like this. Black Lives Matter didn't have no bombs, no guns, no weapon, no none of that, so they cannot classify them as a terrorist group. So what you want us to do, War Corps? Just sit there and twiddle our thumb and say, "Oh yes, master. Yes, we gonna obey you because we are subservient and we are this." That's why a lot of people is leaving the social justice stream or anti-social justice stream because y'all toxic. Y'all giving them a bad name. I was looking at renting feminists. I wish that I can see her what she really looked like instead of hiding behind her avatar, but that's not to be the case. And she absolutely is right on some points about certain situations. When they look at feminist content, anti-feminist and anti-social justice uh, have been running amok and taking over YouTube. And then bitch and complain when YouTube making policies for it, because you're the majority. Feminists and SJW is the minority. But they're gonna protect the minority because the majority is going and doing stuff. If you wasn't doing shit as a majority, maybe, just maybe, y'all would not be scrutinized. See, y'all don't have an argument. It's just like what Xenia said on her Twitter last night. You can't get or tell her Twitter, if I'm not mistaken, just don't take my word on the verbatim. You can't have an intellectual conversation with these people because every time you try to have facts and bring facts and they talking about facts and stuff like that, they don't want to hear the facts. But you know what I don't get with ranting feminists, that she is saying that we have to engage with them because not engaging with them is a problem. It is a problem to engage with somebody that have a different mindset, a different point of view than what it is. And it's no sense to wow. I had to look at the Ring of Fire. I haven't looked at that in I think this is what should happen with the whole YouTube thing. And this is just me. And I'm just gonna put my 2 cents in. I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. I think what should happen is whoa. I'm just gonna put my 2 cents in. Because I just gonna cut off my camera. I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. I think what should happen, what it is but the new YouTube policy that they have, I can at some way in good faith agree with it because there's too many people going and setting themselves up public humiliation by making videos and humiliating the other person. Humiliation is not part of free speech. I'm sorry. Humiliation of a person, talking about them, is not part of free speech. Leaking out photos and doing all of that stuff is not a part of, it's not a part of free speech. You can sit here all you want and say, "Oh, they doing this, they doing that." See, the problem that we having is we have to give them a consequence of what it is. Content. I'm looking at my Twitter. Hold up. I think you going and humiliating people just to make a point. I don't think you should be monetized for it. And I get what Monica for her blog post that make it miss whatever it is saying it is. but you can't have your cake and ice cream and eat it too. You have to have some level of civility. Humiliation of a person, that's what it is. They have to draw the line because who is the majority and who is the minority? The minority is the feminists and the social justice advocates, Black Lives Matter, anything that has something to do with social justice, they are the minorities. The anti-feminist, anti-social justice, anti-Black Lives Matter, anti-social reform is the majority. We have to make it into an even playing field. And if the rules and regulations say that it is, then we have to, the rules and regulations have to stick. The rules and regulations have to stick. You can't sit here and say, well, they're taking away. No, they're not taking away free speech. You can still have a right to put it on there, but they have a right not to monetize your shit. Now they got you. Now they got you. Now the company knows what it is. Oh, if we take down a video, they gonna say we are censoring their free speech. Okay, instead of them taking out their videos because of censoring their free speech, let's go and demonetize their videos for they can not make money. Wooly made a good video about that. It was on her old page before she delete her old page and had to start from scratch. Start from scratch. Just because they're not monetizing your videos doesn't mean that YouTube is censoring your right to be a dick. They're just gonna say, you know what, you can't do it. Even if it is, even Danny, whatever his last name, I can't pronounce his last name. Saying it happened to feminists first. Y'all just getting the brunt of it. And even if you go to other platforms, it always have a rule of conduct. They add humiliation because of the fact of the matter who is inhabiting the internet now. The anti-feminists, anti-SJW humiliate they to say, you know what, we just have to put a stop to it. We need to put a stop to what it is. We have to put a stop to it. And if you do not like what YouTube doing, make your own platform. Get all the money that you get from your Patreon and make your own platform where you could be talking shit about people. But this is their form. We loading videos on their form. We have to go and play by the rules that they set up. Some stuff will slip through the crack, but humiliation of an individual, they need a crack. They're gonna crack down on it. Make your point. But do you have to humiliate the person to make your point? Y'all think y'all so this or so that and so free speech, you don't care about the other person right to feel safe, to feel like they have a voice, to feel anything. Because to you, it's like, well, it's like, well, that's what it is. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Hold on just a second. Mm-hmm. So that's why YouTube made that particular claim. They have to do it. Y'all was doing stuff that was questionable. Y'all, it have to be done to protect the integrity of their company. But y'all don't care about that because y'all want to be shit lords, right? And then you be saying, "Oh, I was shitting you." Well, it had to be a balance, and the only way that will happen if the consequences have to be established. You can't sit here and talk shit and do shit and suspect people to be okay with you going and talking shit and doing what you have to do. It's not going to happen. So, do I agree with certain YouTube things? Like I said, everybody is leaving media and going to social media to get their stuff because y'all said media is dead. And those are the breaks. They can make stipulation. It's just like what I say with the other. You mean it's just like what I was saying. Hold up. It's just like what I was saying. Oh, he have a live. Okay. You can't sit here and say I'm trolling, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the third, and think it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm really am. But mm-hmm. Shit. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. It at the end of the day, it's it's what it is. y'all have to y'all can't refute anything y'all want to refute, but you have to understand that people gonna stick up for their conviction. And then you need to say it in a way that is not coming off being mean and fucked up and humiliating. That's what it is. If y'all don't like it, then I don't know what else to tell you. Y'all should not be on the internet. And y'all getting triggered over the fact that YouTube is saying they're not going to stand for you humiliating they people. So that's all I have to say about this podcast. I am out. See you later. See you soon.